Hi crafty friends, it's Lori with a craft party. Today we're going to work on the golden spine. I'm going to make a bookmark out of it. We're going to put the Poky little puppy off to the side. And I am going to measure my cardboard to fit the golden seal. I want it a little bigger than the seal. Okay. Then you flip it over and do the same thing. Alright, then I'm going to get my glue out, and I think I'm going to start with my new bottle because that one's getting so low that it takes forever for it to come up, and then when this one gets a little low, I'll combine the two bottles. Okay, we got that open. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and use my handy dandy cutter and cut this. Try to make it as straight as possible. And I'm eyeballing again, so bear with me. Put this material off to the side. We'll use that again in a little bit, maybe. What I want to do is center this on here like that. I'm gonna get out the glue and glue this down. Grab my towel because I'm going to need that here in a second. Just spread this out. And then I will flip this over. And I want to kind of center it. And then I'm going to put more glue. How do I want to do this? Let's see. We are going to get the scissors and we're going to trim this down to the cardboard. Get rid of that. And then we're going to put glue on the cardboard. Spread it out with my fingers. Fold this over. Okay. And I've got some clamps here somewhere. I think I'm going to need them. Oh, I got glue on me. Get out my eyeglass case. There's some clamps in there. Looks like I'm going to need them to hold the cardboard down. Or the material down to the cardboard, I guess is what I'm wanting to say. Okay, and we'll turn this over. How much of this do we need? Put glue on here. I think I'm going to pull these up just a little bit. Give me a little extra space. And then fold this over. And do the same thing. Clamp it down. Okay, then I've got some excess here that I want to try to smoosh out. Maybe I'll do it with my finger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and keep pressing it down until it decides to pay attention and do what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm going to put these on here so that way any glue that's on there will get on the towel. It's not cooperating very well. Maybe put one up here instead. And then it's going to work. I know it's going to work. It's just a matter of getting it to behave. Okay. Then we're going to put more glue on here. I'm going to spread it out again. Wipe my finger off. And then we're going to put this over the top. Got quite a bit of glue on me. Cut this off. There we go. Okay. Flatten that out. I'm going to have to put a little more glue on the edges. Sorry, I was probably off screen. And I'm just trying to get this to hold down because I want this to be my bookmark. Okay, turn it over. See if we can get that to lay down. Fingers are starting to stick together. The glue's at least drying. Need a little more. Okay. All right. Gonna rub some more of this glue off my fingers. It's starting to really stick. Okay. Do the same thing again. I'm going to grab these clips. We're going to place them periodically on the, trying to hold it down. I can always get some more clips if I need them. Okay. All right. And then we're going to get out the crocodile too. And yeah, we want it on this side. And I am evening it out with this black line here. That's where I'm going to put this. I need to move this out of the way. And center it. Okay, we've got that. And I've got some eyelets here. Hopefully these are big enough. Oops, sorry, the dog's barking. 1 second. Okay, I'm back and I've got the eyelet. We're going to push it through the cardboard and through all that. It's going to take a little bit. This one might not be big enough. Okay, we'll try it. Move that all the way to the front. Give it a good press. And there, it worked out fine. It's a little off center, but we're doing good. Okay. And then, because of the way this golden spine has a little bit of a coating on it, that glue that was on my fingers is kind of rubbing right off, if you notice. And then that way, it won't look quite so gummy. Okay. And I'll put my clips back in there and shut it. Then I'm going to grab some of my wax thread and I am going to go approximately, let's say, 18 inches because we can cut it off, but we can't make it longer. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And I guess we're going to go with 5 because that's all that was on this. So there we go. And then I'm going to cut them at 18 inches. Sorry, I know I'm probably off. I was using my what'd I do? I lost it. Okay, try this again. I dropped it. Using my one strand to cut the next strand. Okay, same thing. I'm having trouble holding on to them. Okay. There we go. There, that one is a little short for some reason, but that's okay. It won't change it a whole lot. And then I'm going to thread it through here. Grab all of them. Give it a nice tug. And I am going to put a little glue on that knot when I get everything tight. I've got one string that's, there we go. There we go. And I am going to put, like I said, a little bit of glue on that knot so it doesn't come undone. All right. And then we're going to take some beads. And I've got quite a few over here. One of them I'm going to take and I'm going to put Poky, if I can get enough of the letters. We got, there's an O, and there's a K, and I need a P, there's a P, and a Y. There's a Y. There we go. Split, so I want to give it a cut, kind of diagonal, and let's go do this again. So some mistakes are made and we have to fix them. And this worked out okay, thank goodness. Again, I have to, it's spreading a little bit, so just trim it. And again, I'm going to go through the, what I'm doing is it comes through like this. And then what I'm doing is I am going to go back through the P. And this is why we did extra, because we have to keep trimming that off so it makes it easier to go through the beads. There we go. And I am going to do it a little bit lower so they move this time. And then make some knots. And we are going to knot it again. And we're going to have to make a few knots on this, I noticed. There we go. And then I'm going to just set the glue tip on this knot, so hopefully a little bit of glue will keep it from coming undone. There we go. And then there, now it says Poky. And I'm going to leave that one like that. And then I'm going to grab the next one. And I've got beads off to the side here. This is just one of the bags of beads that I have. We're going to thread this one through here. Put a knot. Okay, we're going to have to do quite a few knots there. And it just takes a little bit. You just have to take your time. Might have to take a smaller one. Smaller bead. I don't know if that'll work now that I've got knots in it. There we go. Make another knot in it. We're going to put a little glue on that knot. There's a little more than I wanted for that one, but there we go. So now we've got 2 done. And these are going to be a little longer. Okay. And I'm just picking out random beads. I don't want it to match up or there be a specific color. I just want the extra beads on here. Let's see if we can put... Oh, I got some beads over here too that I can use. And that one looks good. And then okay, and I'm going to put a small one so I don't have to do quite so much on the knotting. If I can get it in here. Okay, and then I've got enough to still tie it off. And we're going to have to maneuver that knot so they're on top of each other. You don't want to have them off a little bit. You want them to be right on top so that the knot stays big. Now is that gonna, yep, that's gonna still run through, so we need to make some more. And you just do the knots until it won't go through anymore. And then I put the spot of glue so the knot doesn't come back through. Okay. There we go. And we're getting there. Do this one. There's that. Here's one. This looks like a neat bead. Oh, it goes a different way. That'll be cool. And like I said, I just want these beads to be random and be random length. This one I think we're going to go ahead and, well, let's put a small, see if we can get a small bead on here at the end. There we go. And then that way, when we put the knot in, hopefully it doesn't have to be a big knot. And there we go. Check it. Yep. Put a dab of glue on there. Okay, let's work on the next one. Go with this. We'll go with one of these. One of these. Well, we're putting some small ones on. I'd rather the small ones be at the end. Here's a big one. If I can get it out of there. See about putting that through. Gotta trim it again. Nope, gotta trim it again. It doesn't want to go through that bead. I like using these gold beads because they match the gold spine. Let's see, do we have a really small one? Okay. Make our knot. And then just keep making our knots again. That one didn't line up real good, so hopefully this one will bring them both together. Grab a little bit of glue and wipe it on the knot. Close that up. And we've got our bookmark. Bring back the Poky puppy. And we've got the golden spine as a bookmark. And all these beads off to the side. And it even says Poky. And they're different lengths. And I think I am going to go ahead and just trim these down just a little. Not a bunch. Maybe leave it an inch. Maybe a half an inch. And now we've got all these beads. There's another one that needs trimmed a little. And there's one that needs trimmed a little. Okay, and we've got all these beads on here. And the bookmark. Thank you for stopping by today. If you would, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm of my channel. Like always, happy crafting. Hugs.